Hello, my name is Douglas Bloch. I'm an author and mental health educator. Welcome to the Depression Recovery channel, where each week we talk about practical tools and coping strategies for healing from depression and anxiety. The title of today's video is How Horsepower Can Help You Heal from Depression. Before we start, we have to tell our joke. You know, it was hard to believe that my dad was stealing from the highway department. But when I look back, the signs were there. Right, well, you know, I have made at least one video about how pets can help us heal from depression. Cats, dogs, turtles, parrots, you know, all sorts of things. But I've never thought about how large animals might do the same thing. And I was thinking about that the other day, and what came to me was the horse. I'd like to begin by giving an overview of the healing connection between horses and humans. I'd like to start with a quote by the great novelist Herman Melville. He said, "No philosophers so thoroughly comprehend us as dogs and horses." Well, you could think about why he said that. I mean, horses, like dogs, are social animals, right? They've also lived with human beings for thousands of years. I mean, horses have been instrumental in helping us to build our civilization. So as a result of this connection, there is now something I didn't know until a friend told me about it. It's called equine assisted therapy, which means therapy that occurs through the interactions with horses and often in a horse environment. There are a number of ways in which equine assisted therapy can help people heal from depression. Let's start with the fact that horses are very emotionally sensitive, and therefore they act as kind of a biofeedback machine. Anything you're feeling, they pick it up and they reflect it back to you. If you're feeling upset, they're upset. If you're feeling peaceful, they're peaceful. So they can help you to become more aware of your feelings. And sometimes when people are cut off from their feelings, they need that kind of reflection. This is why the famous horse trainer, what was his name? Oh yeah, Ray Hunt, he said, when you're working on a horse, you're really working on yourself. In addition, learning to control and ride a large animal like a horse boosts our self-esteem and confidence. And then we're more likely to trust our skills in other areas of our life. And it boosts our overall feeling of, being able to succeed. In addition, horses, like dogs, like other pets, unconditionally love us. They don't judge us. They don't care how much money we're making. They don't care what we look like. And of course, as a result, we can feel unconditionally loved by them. In addition, as depressives, we can easily get caught up in our heads and stay focused on our inner pain. But when we learn to ride a horse or groom it or sweep out the stall, we have to focus take our focus and take it away from ourselves, our inner life, and out there to the horse, the stall, the environment, etc. You can think of grooming a horse as similar to petting a cat or a dog. In addition, when we finally get on the horse and start riding, usually it takes us out to nature, right? And being in nature itself is therapeutic. So you can think of all these different ways we benefit from our interaction with horses. One area in which equine-assisted therapy has found application is in drug and alcohol treatment centers. There's a treatment center, I think it's either Kentucky or Tennessee, it's called the Recovery Ranch. And they use equine-assisted therapy to help addicts heal from the trauma that often lies at the root of addiction. And a couple of years ago, two new guys showed up at my depression group at the same week, and they both were graduates of this program, the Recovery Ranch. They both had interacted with horses as part of their healing, and they both raved about the experience. Horses are also therapeutic for children, as you might imagine. My niece, who lives in Monterey, takes her 10-year-old child who suffers from disability to a wonderful program called HOPE, Horses and Kids. It was founded in 2010, and it supports children who have behavioral, cognitive, or emotional challenges or physical disabilities. And the way it works is, remember I said the horse is like a biofeedback machine? So if the child gets angry, the horse reflects that back. And so the children can recognize their emotions, what they're feeling, and do something to change them before they get out of control. Another place where horses are used therapeutic is in hospitals. There's a beautiful stallion named Peyo, P-E-Y-O, who comes to a teacher hospital in Calais, France, to soothe and comfort the patients. And the way you know that he wants to choose a certain patient is that he walks outside the hospital door, or the room door to the room, and goes, knocks his heel on the floor, and that's how he wants to see that particular patient. And his healing presence has been so powerful that he's nicknamed Dr. Peyo, and that's what they call him inside the hospital. Well, after seeing this video, you might be thinking, this sounds really interesting, but where do I go find horses? They're not exactly walking down the street, right? Except maybe in Central Park. But anyway, yes, well, I found out there are barns located all across the country where you can go in and learn about grooming and taking care of horses. In fact, 2 women in my depression support groups had their own horses in various barns outside of Eugene. You can also do an internet search for riding schools or horse clubs in your area. And if you really want to connect with someone who uses horses in therapy as a therapeutic tool in psychotherapy, there's an organization called the Agala Organization, and it provides credentialed mental health professionals or equine specialists who actually use horses in mental health treatment. In addition, if you're interested again in working with horses therapeutically, I have another organization to recommend. It's called PATH. That's the acronym PATH. It stands for Professional Association of Therapeutic Horsemanship International. They have a website. I've been on there. They have a directory. You type in your zip code and you can find centers in the area where you live. Again, find a way to work with horses and healing. And also there are other websites which I'm going to list, in the notes under the video. And for those of you who are old enough like me and Jerry to remember the Lone Ranger, I'd like to leave you with this and close with this. Hi-oh, silver and away! This has been Douglas Bloch. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked the William Tell Overture there. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like. That's what drives people to these videos and to this channel. We have 80,000 subscribers. Speaking of which, if you want to subscribe to this channel, click on my photo in the closing credits. You'll be taken to a page where you click on a button to subscribe and the bell to the right of it. If you click on that, you'll be notified of every time I do a new video or new live chat. And if you want to become a sustaining member of this channel, help me pay for the wonderful videographers we have and all that goes into producing these videos, simply click on the Patreon link and you'll be taken to my crowdfunding site. And until we meet again, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. As they said at the end of Roy Rogers, happy trails till we meet again. In addition, as depressives, we can easily get caught up on our heads and stay focused on our inner pain. But when we learn to ride a horse or groom it or sweep out the stall, we have to focus take our focus and take it away from ourselves, our inner life, and out there to the horse, the stall, the environment, etc. You can think of grooming a horse as similar to petting a cat or a dog. In addition, when we finally get on the horse and start riding, usually it takes us out to nature, right? And being in nature itself is therapeutic. So you can think of all these different ways we benefit from our interaction with horses.